Hey guys, welcome to Project Fog. I'm your OhmBoy Josh, and I've got the Vapin Heathen and our special guest Ryan is here with us, and Robbie is working out some technical difficulties. Hank is running a bit late, but he will be here, and we're going to start it out with some what's new. So, Billy, what do you got that's new?
Really? Okay. TFRDTA. This is not the RTA. This is the RDTA. Okay. It works the same way as the Aromizer Supreme, the Aromizer, the Boreas. Works the same way. Pretty fucking nice. It's vaping this at 140 watts, zero point 0.2 ohms. Beautiful vape, man. I also have the Tornado with the T6 deck. You can build six. It's got three. It's got a velocity style deck with three post holes in each one. I had quad notch coils in there. It was going out to 0.06, so I couldn't get it above 140 watts because it was maxing me out at 50 amps at 140 watts. So I had to take two of the notch coils out. Now it's running at 0.1 ohms, 100 watts. Really, really nice vape as well. 24 millimeters. Also got the Goodyear tank top airflow tank, just like the Cubist, but it's got much more airflow. And I got the updated Solo Mini, vaping that. This one, what the hell is it called again? Shit, I forget. Serpent Mini. Serpent Mini on the S body, DNA 40, Elfin mod, really good setup right here. Oh god, what else? VCMT. I'm not vaping it. I have it. I'm not vaping it because the juice I have in there sucks. Absolutely sucks. As always, this fucking thing. I love it again, the Pico, but that's not new. Oh, the this guy from Stuck My Mod, the Theorem dripper or Addy, whatever it's called. It's nice, flavorful vape. Also vaping this Bosun RDA, which is really nice. I'm going to be doing a review for it really soon. Got a 0.16 ohm build, 21 gauge Dragon War Wire. That's another thing I wanted to show you guys, called Dragon War Wire. It's like, I don't know if we talked about it last week or not, but it's a really nice, good wire, and every gauge is a different blend. So, you know, it's really easy to build with, nice ramp up time, good flavor. It's really good wire. A bunch of other shit, guys. That's all we're talking about. Well, the Play-Doh, the new Play-Doh, all in one little fucking thing from Aspire. That just came in. But yeah, that's some of the new things.
You using that notch coil in the Theorem?
Yeah, well, I got the notch coil in the Theorem, and I got dual notch coils in the Tornado. Ramp up is ridiculous. When I had quad notch coils in here, and I had at 140 watts, I would like just press it for a half a second, I'd get a mouthful of vapor. It was crazy.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I guess we'll jump to me really quick. I've got a couple what's news and a sort of a revisited old. Let's see here. So maybe you guys can kind of guess the theme of the show as I'm showing you what I've got here. I've got my Axis M17 here. I've got my brother-in-law's actually. This is his Hobo. And I've got my wife's new toy, early birthday gift from my brother-in-law to my wife, his sister. This is the Pipsqueak. Pipsqueak. Yeah, it's DNA 40. It's got a little bit of a stabilized burl, bit of a acrylic kind of thing going on. It's a pretty sweet little mod. She's been digging it. She's been rocking it mainly with a Kangaroo sub tank. So what these are basically high-end mods. You know, I think the cheapest one out of all of these is actually the Axis. That one goes for, well, we'll hold off on that. But we got someone here today with us. Our guest, Ryan, is a member in a number of high-end mod groups. And he wanted to come on today, talk with us about the high-end mod market, the high-end community, and what that's all about. So, Ryan, what do you got for your buffet here? What do you got?
What am I vaping on, you mean?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I got a SVA, which is like a hybrid stabilized squonk setup with a Narda. It's like a single coil RDA. You can pick that up.
Yeah.
I got a kitchen.
So we're getting some feedback from somebody here.
You still hear that?
There you go. Yeah, you're good now.
I got a kitchen with the squeak with the bell cap on it, and I got another kitchen with a hurricane. Just another stabilized mod, and a melody, but I'm not vaping it at the moment.
So how much are what's the most expensive one named?
What's that? I'm sorry.
What's the most expensive one that you just showed us?
I guess the melody probably. None of them are too expensive at RRP wise.
What is how much the melody cost?
You want me to say,
Bill-
Josh?
No. Billy may have missed the message. For fogging tonight, Billy, we're playing The Price is Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, playing The Price is Right later. So we're gonna talk about the high-end mods, and we're gonna guess as to how much they cost without going over. So we're gonna play The Price is Right a little later. So hold off on the game on the pricing for now. But I mean, tell us a bit more about the high-end community. Tell us more about what that's all about.
I mean, it's a close-knit, small community. There's a bunch of different groups for different scenes. Like there's one called DAV, that's like a 10,000 member community. It's one of the bigger ones that just celebrates authentics. And there's ones, I know a bunch of people probably heard about Hemo was a big one. Some say it's like marred in controversy a little bit. I personally think a lot of it is just misunderstanding it, and people that are either jaded because they've been kicked out or something, or people that have never really, just hearing secondhand information. I think that's in high end in general. It's just a lot of misunderstandings and a lot of like small people, like small numbers of people giving a bad name for the whole scene.
What do you think some of those conceptions are of the high-end community?
I think like everyone's a snob. Like everyone looks down on people that don't vape devices that cost, $1,500. That you can never get mods. That everyone's like a mouse to lung vapor. That no one buys anything except high-end mods. Stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And how true do you think some of those things are?
I think early on there was a little bit of snob behavior, a little bit of like trolling type behavior. I think anymore though, I haven't noticed the majority acting like that anymore. In regards to like getting mods, people I think gotta understand this isn't like mass-produced mods. These are a lot of times single guys making handmade mods. In their spare time. So you're not gonna just go to a website and click add to your cart. But if you really want that mod and you put your time in, I haven't ever really gotten too many mods where I can't get for RRP. That's another aspect that I didn't bring up. Flipping is a big that still goes on. Raffles and flipping mods going for double, triple what they actually cost from the manufacturer.
Gotcha.
Wow. Interesting. So can you guys hear me okay now? I have my
Yes!
Yeah.
Good. Fuck, that's annoying. Well, I spent
Yeah,
$100
before-
on Mike to just get this one.
Before the show started, we were having a good laugh at Robbie's expense because, what did you say about him, Billy? I think you said it the best.
Yeah, he sounded like an ex-smoker who was using a Stomie at emphysema or something. And he's like, yeah, 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 yeah.
Come on, Billy, you can come up with a better insult than that.
Speaking of, Robbie, I watched your pouty face video today. It was good. It was really funny.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, fuck boy.
That's a compliment to me, so I'll take that all day long. Once I found out what it was, I wasn't too offended, actually.
And I noticed how you pronounced one of their names. One of the guys' names was Seamus.
Yeah, I know. I was reading off my phone. It's like really hard to read, and I as soon as I put it on the screen, I'm like, oh, I'm a fucking idiot.
It's alright, Robbie. I fucking stumble 15 times in every one of my videos.
That was a fun video to make, though. I want to make another one.
Yeah, it was fun to watch.
Cool. So, Robbie, really quick, what do you got new?
Just one thing. So far, what it is. The Smont Night V1. I'm pretty sure someone probably showed this. I'm guessing. I could be wrong, but yeah, Smont Night V1 is what. It's an actual tank and comes apart, kind of like a better version of the AnyBox.
There's another mod that looks exactly like it, and I think that it's sort of like a clone, sort of a recreation of another existing mod. But I really like it. I've been using it since I got mine. I didn't bring it for the buffet to show, but just today, I started using the rebuildable head for it, and it's really, really good. I like the mod.
Well,
Yeah.
it's the Kanger head. They're Kanger heads. They're sub-tank mini heads. Sub-tank mini RBA. They're the same thing. They're compatible with this sub-tank.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that. Cool.
I'm so pissed though. I keep seeing everybody review it, and everybody's getting these white ones, and I'm the one who collects white mods, and they send me a fucking black one, and it's got me pissed.
And it's got a tank on it?
What?
Is that a black mod with a white tank?
No, I got the Coral. I got the Coral Micro in there. Well, the Coral Mini, which I turned into a Micro, I put that in there.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but I got a spring. So just brag a little bit.
You also got the Jarvis. I saw your review of the Jarvis.
I got that like 3 or 4. Actually, I got that a month ago now. But yeah, I just put the review out just a couple days ago when I got the replacement spring and the replacement pin.
Oh.
Cool.
So
let's go back to Ryan. Segue back to Ryan. Ryan, tell us. You were mentioning this word. Was it there was a word that you were using about. You were talking about investing the time to get a device. Tell us a bit about that. What's that all about?
A lot of times, like people know about the groups and stuff like that. You have to get into these groups, and some of them anymore, I don't think they're too hard to get into. But you get into the groups, and you kind of just have to keep checking them, and invest the time if you really want that said mod, and check the updates, know when the lists are going to drop, stuff like that. Sometimes they have what's called a ×1 battle or an F5 battle, where that's like an old school way of doing it, where they'll just list the mods randomly, and the first one to put ×1 on a Facebook group, they'll get the mod. Then there's also... What's up? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut. I thought you were done. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Let me ask you, and not trying to get like in any way personal, but when it comes to like the high-end market, high-end mod market, do the majority of you guys, are you guys mostly well off, or are you just like the rest of us, middle class or even lower class, or are you guys well off to where you can afford the high-end market and collecting these type of mods? You know, is that the majority of the people?
I would say no. I would say the majority is just average from what I've, experienced. There are people that have, 20 Geppettos that, probably amount to about as much as like, a nice car, but the majority of people I would say are probably average middle class people, and it goes all over the scale. But I would say for the majority, it's pretty much normal, average, everyday people.
Okay.
Yeah. My brother-in-law is really into these groups. He's in DAV. He's in, I don't know what other groups he's in, but my wife asked him what groups he's in, and he sends her a picture with like 15, 20 different groups, like an image of all these groups he's in. He's like, which one? And yeah, he just scored himself, he just scored himself the cartel mod. He just scored himself 3 of the new hobos. He bought 3 of them, the aluminum ones. So I mean, he's getting really into that. I mean, I'm kind of proud of him. I got to say, I really am. I mean, he didn't start vaping until like a year after Waffles and I started vaping. And when he did, I mean, it was, he had his little stick battery and this and that, and it was great for him. It got him off the cigarettes, and now it's like he knows more about mods than I do, and he knows more about, the high-end community than I do. I mean, I didn't realize, I know a little bit about it through him. In speaking with him, I know what he went through. Basically, the reason he knows about the high-end market is because he bought me this as a Christmas gift, the Axis, and he got into all these groups trying to find me a device, and he put in all this work to do that for me. He's my brother. He's my brother. He's my brother-in-law, but he's my brother. And it's ever since then he's formed this sort of affection for the high-end market. And so he's exposed me and my wife to it a little bit, which is fun.
I think, anything that keeps you interested in vaping, I think, is a good thing. I mean, some people that's building low and building Claptons and getting all into different wires and stuff like that, and then for other people, high end and different woods and cool mods, and some people it's different juices, whatever. I mean, to whatever keeps you, I feel like, interested in vaping, for me, is a good thing.
Oh yeah, of course, man. I can't stand like the stupid bickering. Like Matt just did a video, suck my mod, about that. I don't know about it because I'm not involved in any of the groups on Facebook. I don't do Facebook, so I was not involved in any groups. But I hear there's a lot of bickering. Oh, higher end looking down on mouth to full longers looking down on fucking mouth to longers. It's like, whatever, dude, just vape, man. There's bigger problems to worry about. Vape the way you like to vape. If you got money, if you saved up your money, you want to fucking spend $1,500 on a mod, go right ahead. But if you want to fucking buy a $20 clone, go right ahead. That's the way I see it. Now, that's another thing I want to ask you. What do you feel about clones?
To me, I personally don't vape clones anymore. I did, so I can't necessarily look down on anyone that chooses to vape clones. I don't really get, from what I'm exposed to, I don't see the resounding group of people, or a huge amount of people, I guess would be a better way of saying it, vaping them anymore. It seems like, to me, there's so many authentics now that it's not even, necessary to vape clones, whereas before it was almost a necessity. You had to. So yeah. I personally don't have I can't really look down on someone for something I did, but to me, I personally don't see the point, I guess, anymore.
Yeah, I get there's a lot of affordable authentics now that you can buy that you don't. But you just look at it like, say, what's the one you like? The Aeronaut, right? It's a $60 tank. $60 RDA. Not expensive by any means, but for some people, $60 is a lot of money, and they hear all the good things about it. they just can't afford it. They literally can't. They can barely buy fucking sneakers for their kid or something, you know. But they want to vape and they want to get that experience. So if they find it on Fast Tech for $10, go right ahead. You know what I mean? I get it. If you can afford it, buy the authentic. If you can't, then you got to do what you got to do. You know?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And even, I mean, when I first got into Dripper, I buy the authentics now because they've dropped to a price where it's at $60 range. I mean, when I started vaping, though, I mean, authentics were in the $100 plus range. You know, I wasn't going to pay that for an authentic. Hell no, I still wouldn't pay that for. Well, no, I have paid that for an authentic. I have. Now I do because I have more money to getting more things to review. I have a little bit more of. I still spent. I don't know what my vape budget is like these days. Basically, since I'm getting stuff to review, I don't have to conserve my budget quite as much to go buy other things, you know? So I can put more money into a single product. So I'm okay spending, you know, occasionally spending $100 on an RDA, occasionally. But I've got like 2 of those. That's it. And, yeah. But, you know, for someone that's just starting out vaping, for someone that wants to get into RDAs, I mean, yeah, there are $30 authentics that they can buy, but I mean, if there's an RDA out there that someone wants, that's, you know, that's a clone, I mean, go buy the clone, go buy what you want. I mean, just get off the cigarettes. That's the way I see it. Whatever keeps you off smoking. If that's buying clones, do that. If that's buying authentics, do that. I'm the same as you. I don't care.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I was rambling.
I think why some people get the whole thing about the clones also is the whole idea of stealing intellectual property. That's another thing that's always brought up in a lot of these groups, in the authentic groups, is like, you know, this modder took the time to, you know, design this thing, have a machine do all this, and then some, you know, factory in China then takes that design and basically just copies it. They don't put any of the time in, and, you know, they sell it for half the price. So I guess, you know, some people see that as being, I mean, in essence it's illegal, but, you know, who's going to really police that?
I get that, and I understand that. If I put my hard work and time into something, I hate to see that happen. But you got to realize that you're dealing with, first off, you're dealing with China, right? Which is a whole other country. For the most part, that's where majority of these clones come from. And it's just the way it's going to be. You can't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the people that buy the clones anyway, that are $10, $20, they're not going to buy your design anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? They're not going to put the money out for, like, if somebody wanted to buy a Kenley RDA, they want one, but they're just not going to buy it because they can't afford it. They'll buy a clone when it comes out, so it's really not affecting the guy too much, you know, that made it and put the hard work into it, because the people that are buying the clones aren't going to buy from him anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I see it, and it is just the way it is. You can't stop it. So what are you going to do? You know. Also, clones also make the other product famous. You know what I mean?
Praxis.
You know, you'll have the no, they'll make them famous by getting more, like, if you're copied by a clone, say you make a product and you try to get it out in the market and it's not spreading. It's you want to make more money, you want to make more, but it's just not spreading. And then all of a sudden somebody makes a clone, and all of a sudden people are buying all those clones. Now people start seeing, you know, it's basically marketing for them. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit! Now I want to buy the authentic. You know, so kind of makes the authentic more famous. You know.
Well, yeah, that's Praxis's whole statement. You know, clones make us famous. That was.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you said I thought you said practice.
No, Praxis. Yeah, that's their whole phrase. Clones make us famous. And there's also, you know, I've heard that there are companies out there that come out with an authentic RDA, and then they actually pay China to put out the clone themselves.
Yeah. Yep.
Basically, they can make money to the high-end market, and they can make money on the back end to people that buy clones.
Yep. Yeah, it's the way. Yep, it's the way it is, man. You can't really control it. You know what I don't? The only what I can go the opposite way and say when it comes to the high end market is what bothers me is I can understand somebody who takes the time and they put out so few products, like you said earlier, Josh, that somebody sits in their own little thing and make their own little mod out of stabilized wood, and they only make so many of them, blah blah blah, and charge what you want, man. Charge $1, $2,000, I don't care. That's great, but I hate when something's mass produced and way overpriced. You know what I'm saying? That's something I can't stand. So in that case, I'm like, go ahead, clone the shit out of that motherfucker, because he's just trying to gouge you, and he's trying to make a big fuck. He's trying to make a killing. You know, that's to me, that's different. You know what I mean? When you're trying to mass produce something and it's just way overpriced.
And then there's the other side of the coin where sometimes you can't even get the thing, you know? Like, I mean, there's like Uber Toots and MADVAPES where you can't, there is no way to even get one.
I remember when I first started vaping, the big one that everyone wanted, including me, was the billet box. I wanted a billet box so bad, but no one could ever get a billet box. There's probably still people waiting to get a billet box.
They have the new one now. They have the Rev 4 that has the DNA 40 chips now.
Yeah.
And now they're like,
wow, I'm like actually in sync with people today, aren't I? Wow, that's crazy. That never happens.
I'm good.
This webcam is awesome. Go on, Ryan. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. No. You can go on. I wasn't saying anything.
I got distracted by my beautiful webcam right here.
Oh yeah, but I understand how you can't get them even sometimes. Like there's some mods you can't even get. You know, like you were saying with the billet box. You know, like now they have the new billet boxes where on every Saturday they're sold out in less than a minute.
Damn, really? That's crazy.
Yeah, they release them every Saturday. I think around like 9 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, and they're sold out in a minute.
Wow. I don't vape that way anymore. I mean, I don't. You know, 40 watts is a little bit too low for my speed, but if they ever come out with something, you know what I really want? I really want a rail box. But what I don't like about the rail box is that it's just for tanks. I want someone to do that in an RDA. That's what I want.
Well, like that,
that
like side-by-side type look.
Yeah. Yeah, like the recessed tank in there. I love a mod with a good recessed tank. One of my favorite first mods was the VTR, and for me, when I got the VTR, it was like $100. I mean, that was high end to me. I thought I was living large. What you got there, Billy?
The Gizmo V2.
Tell me more.
Ever seen that? The Gizmo?
No.
I'm sure you've seen that, right, Josh? You've seen the Gizmo, right?
No, I don't remember. Tell me more.
No, the other Josh.
Oh.
You've seen the Gizmo, right? You heard of the Gizmo? This is expensive.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Billy,
yeah,
his name's Ryan. Come on, get together.
Ryan.
Oh, shit. No,
Like 3 episodes ago.
Yeah, that's right. We had another Josh on. Oh, God. I'm sorry. I'm an ass.
All right, Mike.
I'm a graphic designer.
I quit. I'm going home. Oh, shit.
No, yeah, I've seen those before.
Yeah, it's not high end or nothing, but it's an expensive little thing. But you can put RDAs in it.
Show me.
You got to have the little piece that goes in there. There's a little piece that goes in, and then you pop a RDA and have it stick right at the top, and then the fire. It's a mechanical mod. It's actually
deal breaker.
Yeah. Oh, deal breaker.
Yeah, you know I don't mess with mechs. Waffles won't have it.
It's not hybrid. It's just a mech mod.
I'm not allowed to play with mech mods, Billy. Come on.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Ryan, do you think there's a lot? I mean, I remember, when I was first started vaping, tube mods were the thing. I mean, if there was a high-end mod, it was a tube mod. I mean, it was the Pegasus. It was
Caravelle.
the Caravella, right? The Caravella. I wanted a Caravella so bad. It just had just a really cool vibe about it. But I mean, the whole industry, kind of switched to regulated as well. And do you feel? I mean, when I think of high end these days, the high end market has changed too. I don't know if I'm right or wrong about that. Do you think that mech mods are still big in the high end market, or is it more regulated devices as well, or the mix?
I would say the majority of people probably use regulated mods at this point, but I mean, mechs aren't dead. They're not totally dead. I mean, they're still, like I said, like the Caravellas. They have like the silver. They have the solid silver Caravellas, and the what's another, glasses is another big one. I don't know if you've ever seen those. I think Todd from Todd Esig Reviews did that one.
The Damascus Steel one.
Yeah, that one's a pretty big high end one. I mean, they're not completely dead as of yet, but I mean, yeah, I mean, for everyday use, it's just so much easier now to be able to just adjust your wattage up and down, But I personally think it'd be cool if Evolve or one of those companies would come out with a kick that would go higher than 15 watts, so maybe you could use those and actually be able to have a regulated,
Yes, that is what I want. I want that so desperately because, yeah, like you said, the kick only goes to 14 watts, and I mean, I love some of the looks of some of the tube mods and some of the mech mods in general. I love them. I've always loved the look of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if I could put a kick in them, yeah, I definitely mess with the mech. Absolutely, Waffles couldn't argue with me if I could put a kick in there. But they only go to 14 watts. That's useless to me. Make one that can go to 200 watts. Seriously, that would be perfect.
At least 40. At least like 50 something.
No, that's useless to me. Give me something that goes 200.
Have you seen the Earth mod?
What's that, man?
The Earth mod.
What's the Earth mod?
Ron, are you familiar with it?
Is that, which one is that? That's not the one that's made out of meteorite, is it?
No, this is let me share it here real quick. This one.
Oh yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's high end or not. It's something I
high
know.
end's what you make it, in my opinion. Whatever you think's high end is high end.
You want to see my lone?
Reassure me.
Want to see my lone high-end product?
What you got? What is that? A drip tip?
That you got from Matt?
Yes. It's the Crow Vapes drip tip from Crow Tip from Crow Vapes. It's an $80 drip tip.
Dude,
That's the one that made the Crow mod. That's that Damascus mod I was talking about.
Yeah. Yep.
No
I got the drip
price.
tip. It was a gift from Matt, Suck My Mod. He gave it to me.
That's so cool.
It's a nice gift. That's crazy though. An $80 drip tip.
They had the ones that were made out of Swarovski crystal too.
Yeah.
Not them, but like they had another company that made Swarovski crystal.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, the chalice, right? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't buy the chalice. You can only find the chalice. And it's in like bottles of Charlie's chalk dust. Is that what it is?
Is it?
I don't know.
Like you can only get the chalice in when you buy certain devices. It's kind of like the golden ticket kind of thing, like the Rafael.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of like the golden ticket kind of thing. You can't buy them.
Yeah, I know some people have been putting them on billet boxes. They look pretty cool.
Looks shiny. Yeah, high-end drip tips are addictive. We've got a lot of them. We've got a lot of high-end drip tips in this house. A lot of Molehill Mountain drip tips, a lot of Just the Tip drip tips. I mean, that's not as high-end as certain other things, but a lot of Third Eyes, Mink Machines. Um, yeah, we like our high-end drip tips around here. It's just, yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right, man. I think it's just another way of people expressing their interest in their love of vaping, the hobby of it. I think anything that keeps them off cigarettes is a good way to go. You also said something really interesting last week, very briefly while we were talking last week, when you accidentally walked into the show. You said that people use high-end mods as their bank, basically. What do you mean by that?
I mean, personally, I justify the way I spend mods is because I'll buy a mod, and as long as I can sell it for around what I paid for it, I feel like I'm not, it's just like I'm putting money away. I'm not really, losing money. So it's almost like an investment type thing, it's not an investment or a collection, how people collect stuff. They know it makes them feel more secure about collecting it because they know it's worth what they're paying for it or close to it. So they're not, just, it's not like you're buying, say, a cologne, say that's say $30, and you won't even be able to sell it for $30 the next day.
Yeah.
Not that to discourage clones, but just some devices don't have a long shelf life.
No,
I guess.
Hey, let me interrupt real quick. I didn't even know, but our boy Hank is here. I'm sorry, I can't see who's in the room, Hank.
Yep.
I'm on my phone, so I can't see. But Hank is here, guys.
He's been here, hasn't he?
What's going on, Hank? How you doing, man?
I'm all right. You guys had a good conversation going. I wasn't interrupting. What's up? I just started dripped everywhere. No, the game was good. It was everything afterwards. I mean, when I came on, I literally just got here. All kinds of stuff going on.
You can take my spot because I'm going to be heading out soon. I got a wicked headache and a fucking bad case of gas right now.
Those prices right then. Let's do it.
Price is Right. Okay, yeah, let's play the Price is Right really quick. That's cool. I'll do the first one. Just to get over the warm-up, because a lot of you guys have seen my review on this. You've probably seen Grimm's review on this. This is the Axis Vapes mod. Ruby did a review on this. There have been a few reviews in the Axis. So, the game Price is Right. The name of the game is basically you need to guess how much it sells for without going over. Okay?
Who's going first?
I'll open it up to you guys, too.
I'll go last.
Can I hit up Google first?
Don't cheat.
I think everyone in the chat already got it. It is $350. Yes, this model starts at $350, and they go up to like $600 plus now when you get like things with acrylic, the shockwood or smokewood, shockwood I think it's called. You can mix it with acrylic as well as stabilized burlwood as well, and they go up anywhere from $350 to $600. And as far as high-end mods go, they're probably one of the more available ones because they put them out weekly.
When I was at Vape Northeast, I was at one booth. They had a good deal on batteries, and they had those mods sitting out, and it was one with like the wood and the acrylic because there was holes in the wood, I guess. And I was looking at it, I'm like, man, this thing is so sexy. I was like, I know it's expensive, but I'm gonna fucking buy it anyway. And I asked him how much it was, and it was like $1,200.
Whoa!
Yeah, I immediately put it down, and I said, thank you for letting me touch it.
That's awesome.
I should have the new Arctic Dolphin stabilized wood mod. They're supposed to be sending it to me. fucking Mark they fucking gave Mark one when we were there, and they were like, well, this one is messed up, Billy, so we'll send it to you. I was like, nah, motherfucker. But they're like $300 something. They're really nice. The Arctic Dolphin stabilized woods. They're really nice. So hopefully I get one of them. That'll be like one of my semi-high-end mods.
That'd be awesome. All right, I gotta go plug something in. Ryan, I think that you go. Your turn. Yeah.
Okay. So I just hit the screen share if I want to do a picture.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Is it working?
Just see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I can see.
There's the melody.
Who wants the first bid?
I'm going to say, I'll go first. I'll say $700.
Hey, you.
I was gonna say 400.
I'm gonna go 1,300.
I'm gonna go 7.
Should I? Okay. Is that everyone then?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. The real price for a melody is $430.
Oh,
Ah.
wow. So I won. So you're sending that to me, right?
I didn't realize they were that they really went for that small, because I mean I've seen them and they go for way more. Like that 1,300, I think that was based on resale, because I mean that is an investment piece if there ever was one.
Yeah, there's like market value and then there's like RRP.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is a bloody good vaping the only reviewer high-end modders watch?
He's the only one that really is.
Yeah.
I mean, there isn't too many high-end reviewers.
What about Todd?
Todd, yeah, Todd too, a little bit. Todd does both, so I mean, he does kind of like the more accessible high-end stuff, but like the super rare stuff, you know, like it seems like Bloody Good Vaping's the only one that really, you know.
How about I Get You 69?
Yeah, he does too.
He does
Scott.
some stuff sometimes, yeah. Todd does do some stuff too, though. Todd's been getting into the more high-end stuff. I've seen him getting some zeros, and I think he got a, what was it? Another Carlos Creation mod.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
somebody said
definitely...
Convicted Vapes, but he does all, Convicted Vapes does all the Filipino mods.
Yeah, like the Malaysian type mods, and or the Filipino type, like mech mods and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen his reviews. I've subscribed to him.
Yeah.
Philippines does put out some good shit.
Vicious Ant. All that shit.
You took mine, Billy. I was gonna do a vicious one, but I was gonna do Canadian pricing on the variant.
Canadian pricing for everything is high end.
Pretty much.
Kanger Drip Box is high end in Canada.
Hell yes. Do you know how much that fucking thing costs?
How much does it go for in Canada?
Which one, the Vizant or the Drip Box?
The Drip Box.
Both.
I'll tell you what the Drip Box is. I'll let you guys on the Vicious Ant. So the Drip Box, it's actually not that bad. It's like $60.
Oh, okay.
And that's from Brick and Mortar.
Alright. It's a little bit higher than I would want to pay for it, but yeah.
So Sam, what do you guys think? First time. Canadian pricing out of Brick and Mortar. The variant.
Oh, the variant?
Yeah.
2,000.
I would say like, I would say
Canadian dollars.
$600, 600 Canadian bucks.
Yeah,
Hank, what do you think?
Probably 500.
Retail 1,200.
Really?
Yeah.
1,200.
Wow.
That's like 300 here, isn't it?
It's somewhere around. It's $400, I think. That's been before, I think.
Wow.
It's crazy.
No, that's
All
local.
right.
That's all across Canada. That's just one local store here in Calgary.
That's pretty crazy.
You know why your money's so high is because you fucking have the queen of another country on your fucking dollar.
Well, technically, she's the queen of their country too.
Yeah, I know. She's the queen of like fucking 32 different countries.
I thought it wasn't anymore though. Didn't Canada back out of that?
No.
No, they're still under the empire, I thought. Right? He's got to answer. He lives in Canada.
Yeah, but I don't catch into that shit.
I thought it was Robbie, or maybe it was Casey. Somebody on here told me one time that, I don't know, within the past 15 years or something, that they've ended up separating. I don't know.
Nah.
Maybe that was something else.
As far as I know, she's still the figurehead queen. No.
I don't really care, honestly.
Nor do I, so don't feel too bad.
FTQ, I'm Irish. FTQ. Fuck the queen!
Hank, anything you want to show for price wise?
I have nothing to show like that.
Either. I think it's been.
Dude, I honestly don't even know what there is.
Yeah, I have no clue about the high-end market. I
The
literally
few
have
that
no
have
clue.
been mentioned are really the only ones that I know of.
Yeah. I've heard the word like Geppetto, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I got to see a bunch of
And the most I've ever spent was for the Rogue, and I mean it's nice, but I wouldn't consider it high end. You know, compared to what we've been talking about tonight, anyway.
Here's the Icon box mod. That's probably the most high-end thing I have. And
How much is it?
it's $100.
Sure. I mean, for some people that is high end, you know. I mean, for I mean, in terms of quality, in terms of quality, what separates a high end device from a premium device?
We had
I
those
think
discussions all the time. Like, what makes high end? No?
Yeah. Why don't you answer that question for us, Ryan? How do you define high end?
Like, to me, high end is like something. I'm sorry. To me, like, high end something that, like, the modder put it, like, a lot of love into. They actually care about it. There's good customer service. It's something that holds its value. That in 2 months it's not worthless.
So H cigar wouldn't.
You.
HR wouldn't qualify because they have shit customer service and they just don't last more than a month. So it's worth it 3 days because it bricks the fuck out.
It's all about I think it's also about what things are worth over time too. It's like, when, say I don't know, what's a good example? K-Box. Sure, K-Box. When this came out, it was, $50, something like that. I bet you can buy one now for $20, $30, something like that.
And there's how many different revisions?
Right.
No?
Right.
Yeah.
And it just, like you said, I mean, it doesn't hold its value the same way. Like Chinese companies, they make a product good enough for me to vape on, good enough for me to, good enough for someone to use as a tool to get off smoking, good enough as a tool to, good enough to just enjoy vaping with. That's great. But in terms of, the high-end market, it's about investment, about, it's about something that's going to retain its value. The Chinese market, I mean, it just comes out with new things so fast and new improvements so fast, and there's not a whole lot of love given to the consumer in that regard. You buy a product, one day, and then a month later, the latest version is out. It's not the same, but a little bit better,
And I think that's really disheartening when you buy something and then, a week, 2 weeks later, there's a revision to it, and it's a slap in the face that you just spent your hard-earned money on something that's out of date. They need to pump the brakes, slow down, take a breath. I feel like for them it's all about the bottom dollar and less about the consumer. And I feel like some of the reason could potentially be that they don't. I get the vibe that a lot of them don't vape. They're not vapors. They're businessmen. They're not. They're not. They're not vapors who became businessmen. They're businessmen. That's it.
Oh, you're absolutely right. They don't vape. They don't at all. They'll vape to try things out, but they don't vape like no, they don't at all.
Hmm.
I've seen that firsthand. They don't vape.
I mean, like some of these other companies are started by people who vaped that wanted to do something in vaping and start a company. Whereas, like he said, with a lot of these Chinese companies, I see them in some of the videos they vape just to, act like they vape. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm just judging. I don't know.
Yeah, no, they don't vape. They don't, I
I
mean,
kind of liken
no.
it. I kind of liken it to furniture a little bit. There's IKEA, and then there's the carpenter that slaves away and makes a piece that gets handed down generation to generation to generation.
Yeah, but all being said, man, it's just, look, as a reviewer, it goes both ways. I wish they would slow down too, so all of us as reviewers can slow the fuck down. But in this fast-paced market, I mean, a year ago, reviewers had it easy. They had it easy. They were reviewing once a week. They can hold on to a product for a little while before they reviewed it, and you cannot do it unless you're already established. You like Green, he could still do that because he's, he is who he is. But for people trying to grow their channel, you can't do that. You have to continually review. A lot of people don't understand that, man. So yeah, it's fucking so hectic and fast paced. It's crazy, crazy. It don't stop. It doesn't stop.
Actually, speaking about growing the channel, I'm actually going to give here soon for this guy, the 24 karat gold limitless.
Nice.
Trying to push for 10K, so I'll be doing that release probably this week.
This is a cool mod I'm not allowed to play with. Thanks, Robbie. Dick.
All right.
All right. Price is right.
You're up,
Squeak.
right?
I'll go. Yeah. Pipsqueak. This is a DNA 40, a mini DNA 40 mod, and it's adorable. It is not heavy. No, it's very, very light. I mean, it's got some mass to it. It's not. It's about as heavy as, say the mini volt or the nugget. Not like that. Yeah, a little chunkier than that though. Anyway, guess the price without going over.
Okay, I'll start. I'm gonna say it's a DNA 40, so it's got to be expensive. I'm thinking 290.
Who's next?
Anyone.
349.
What's that?
349.
My understanding, I don't really know. My understanding is that it's 4. That's my understanding. It goes for 4, and you can actually resell them for as much as 6 right now.
Wow.
That's my understanding of it. Yeah. Little DNA 40 mod, it's got to be an 18350 or
It's a
something
lipo,
similar.
I think, right?
I don't really know.
Yeah,
don't
I
really
think
know.
it's a 1200 mile lipo they use.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, because they get the higher amperage with the lipo.
Cool. Yeah, I'm definitely going to review it because it's so damn cute. I'm going to steal it from my wife and review it. But This is my wife's baby. She's been using it. She got herself like this really cute matching green O-rings for her Kanger tank. So it springs out green there. And she got herself like a green and purple drip tip that she put in there. It's adorable.
All right, guys, listen, I'm going to take off, man. My head's pounding, bro. I got to go lay down.
All right, Billy, you feel better, man.
All right, man.
Yeah, take
All
care.
right.
Take it easy.
I'll catch you all later.
Yeah.
Oh, it was nice to meet you, Josh. I mean, Brian.
The other Josh.
See you guys.
Later, Billy. Hi.
You want me to go?
What's that, man?
You want me to go for one? Price drop.
Yeah.
Price is right.
Price is right. Let's go.
All right. Whoop, hold on. Didn't do the screen share right. Did I? Screen share. There we go. All right, I'll do the kitchen mod.
I love that name.
It's actually made in the guy's kitchen. That's why they call it the kitchen mod.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Is it up?
It's up.
As long as
Okay.
you're talking.
6.
Hank?
5.
601.
Dick. All right, that's your cue, Ryan. What's it go
Okay,
for?
I thought there was one more. Sorry. Okay, it's 349. So Hank wins again.
We all went
Damn it.
over. That sucks.
All
Another
right.
cheap one.
And I've got one left. This is the hobo. It's acrylic and stabilized wood, DNA 200. I don't actually know what this goes for. I'm counting on you, Ryan.
Let me check the. I think. Hold on. I think I had one. I think they were. Okay, I think I know the price. Yeah.
All right, cool. Start your guesses. What do you think it is, Robbie?
489.
49. I'm going to guess. Would you say 49? Is that what you said?
489.
489.
489.
All right. 491.
I hope it's 490 now. I seriously do.
492.
So who had the lowest?
I did.
You did? You. It's 390.
Is it
Oh.
really?
We $100
Yeah,
off.
hybrid.
We were that close to it. We had the right
Yours
numbers.
is a hybrid, so it's 390. The stab wood is 350. The Ultem, have you seen the Ultem ones? They're really cool. 270, and the aluminum are 200.
I know the big ones with Ultim. That's cool. Yeah, I knew the aluminums were 200. I knew that because he just scored himself a few of them. But what's weird about this mod, what irks me about it, is that when you order one, you don't get to choose it. Like you spend, like you said, what was it,
Yeah.
390? You spend
390 for the hybrid, yeah.
mod, and he sends you out a random one.
Yeah.
You don't even get to choose which one you get. That's rough.
Well, I don't know when your brother-in-law where he got his, but when I got mine, you got to choose like you would get like a list of colors. So like I picked like I wanted. You get like first choice, second choice. Like I picked like blue for my first, and then I think I picked green for my second. Ended up getting a green one. So I don't know how they do it now though. But yeah, I know it's still a bummer.
Random. Like he posts a picture up of like 30 of them that they're going out, and if your name gets called on the list, you can purchase it, and he sends you a random color.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's weird.
Josh is froze. Yep, Josh froze.
Look at his face, dude.
It's a good pose though. So can we broadcast him, or does that have to be him?
I think he has to do it.
Damn. Good work, Josh. So, I guess moving on from there, any other news people want to talk about?
Josh. Good.
Did you
Anyone
talk
else
any news yet?
bring it up?
Go ahead.
The Vape Nation bullshit that's went on.
I don't even know if I heard about it.
It's by a pretty popular YouTuber, H3H3, and it is honestly probably the worst thing to happen that I've ever seen. And the comment to that is just how many subs he has. He has 1.4 million subs, and he did this whole Vape Nation shit, and basically was doing all the things you don't want to do as a vapor, vape in front of people vape in someone's face, and sitting there in front of a news station just blowing vape at them, and it was awful, just awful. And then he invented this new fucking little finger thing. I'm not even trying to attempt it, but it's fucking sign, and there you can see a lot of the comments with the same sign in their comment section. It's like it's VN basically is what you're trying to do, but you don't actually type VN, you type fucking slashes, and yeah, it's garbage.
What about the FAA thing that went through that they were going to not let you travel with vapes? Do you guys see that? I heard that was dead.
Yeah, that's a good win.
Huge win.
Am I
Which
still frozen?
You're back.
No, he's fan.
No, he's not.
Just kidding.
Oh my god, that was funny as shit.
It was going so well. Something had to go wrong.
That is true. It's just Billy left.
You were saying, Robbie?
Just about Vape Nation, if you saw it, which with H3 Productions. YouTuber.
I haven't heard anything about that.
One of my sisters pointed it out to me, and he said that you need to check it out. So I checked it out, and it's absolutely awful.
What should I search for? If I'm looking at this.
Just search Vape Nation. It should be the first thing. He's pretty big, so you can't really miss it.
Vape Nation?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Nation.com.
No, it should be a YouTuber. Like go on YouTube and search for it.
Okay. Nation. H3H3 Productions.
Hey, what up, peeps? It's your boy Ethan.
What is this guy?
It's a video.
Is it a vaping channel, or he was just doing that on his channel?
He was doing it on his channel.
Gotcha.
I'm going to mute myself and watch this for a minute.
No, let it play.
It basically shows him walking into a vape store, and clerk he buys the thing, biggest amount of cloud and shit like that, and then he like a fucking kangaroo or something, and
You know
walks
what?
in
Let's
and
just
starts
play it.
eating.
Let's just play the damn thing. I'll broadcast my screen. We'll watch it. Let's do that.
Do it.
All right. So, is that the cameraman thing that I do? Broadcast.
Yes, on the left-hand side, little green arrow.
It's a green arrow. Okay. Entire screen. Oh, I can just do that. Okay. Share that.
And on your own icon at the bottom, when someone talks, it's still your screen.
Present to everyone. Do we want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. I will present to everyone. All right. What's the deal here?
From H3, the sun finally came out. It's a beautiful, nice, warm day here in New York City, and I wanted to show you all at home what I'm about.
You guys can hear it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
A little peep into the world of EK from H3. Vape Nation!
Does you remind anyone of, what's his name? Blake? Blake Vapes?
Yeah, but Blake's more comedy. This guy's like,
This isn't comedy?
To rip the fattest vape. So I'm
He's
headed
like
down to my
satire.
favorite smoke shop in New York City to vape up.
I love those pants, though.
Welcome to
I mean, I wouldn't say Blake's as detrimental as this. I mean, this guy's got a pot leaf on his shirt and
I'm here to kick it up a notch.
all the shit Robbie was talking about.
Check it out.
Smoke scene.
Lower the
Yeah.
volume a little bit.
Hey, what's going on, man?
You guys can still hear it?
Heard y'all have vape here.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So I'm looking for like a fat, something I can rip like fat on. Like the fattest rip you got here.
That was obnoxious.
So we
This
building
guy's a fucking idiot.
You bet. I love that this is like New York. This is New York right here. Oh my God, this is like New York in a nutshell, like a bodega in New York, like everything behind the glass case. This is hysterical. This feels like Chinatown right here.
I'll take that. That sounds good and natural.
Oh, do you see the glass pipes and bongs on the side?
Yeah, and rolling papers.
Yeah.
So when I think about smoking churros, I'm thinking, you know what I mean? Go green.
Yeah, that ain't helping our cause any.
No, it really. It's. I can watch this. This is fucking ridiculous.
What a tool.
Hell yeah, dude. That's just what I want. Yeah, you can eat like.
Thumbs down. Where is it? There it is.
You don't hold it inside.
I dislike this. Let me dislike it. It won't let me do it.
34,000 dislikes.
34,000 dislikes.
There's a lot more likes though,
Yeah, there are.
which is a shame.
There's a lot of hate for the vape scene, I swear.
Depending on how much you smoke.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of hate for the vape scene. It's true.
All day. Really? Yeah.
Did he just say that that would last him all day?
Actually, you said 40s.
Is that really what he said?
I swear to you, it is.
The shop owner's a tool also.
Yeah, but I don't even consider that a vape shop, would you?
No, I wouldn't. You're right.
I'm on my way back to my hood now to try out my.
That's a bodega trying to make a buck.
Yeah.
I want to stop by the local news and say what up.
What news station is this? You guys know what news station this is?
I don't know, but that part was funny.
ABC. It's ABC. Okay.
Yeah.
What's he doing? He making hands at
He's
each
like
other?
giving him the thumbs up. Oh, no, he's taking a picture.
Vape Nation on the news. Represent the nation, y'all. Four 420 every day. Every day cures cancer.
What an
Smoking cures
idiot.
cancer. No, it's good. Trust. Vape Nation. Appreciate it. My day is never complete until I've done some missionary work to spread the good word about the Vape Nation. Go green.
It's fucking retarded.
See, my thing is, I mean, this draws just line brings up another question. I mean, I don't necessarily have a problem with smoking pot. I don't necessarily have a problem with that. I don't use pot myself, but a lot of times, vaping and marijuana smoking are used in the same context in certain circles, and I don't know if it should be.
No. Good point. It's hard too with like the CBD oil infused like uses now and stuff.
Yeah. There's just a thin line. I mean, I don't know if the perception of vapors necessarily needs to be that we're all potheads.
Yeah, and I also think, at this time, I don't think it's necessarily a smart thing to be putting anything in our juice other than PG, VG flavoring and nicotine.
Yeah. This guy definitely is not a friend to the vapor, though. I mean,
No.
No. Yeah. He's obviously knocking it.
Yeah. Oop, I'm sorry, I forgot you guys were watching.
It's good. You can leave it off.
All right. Well, then there's that. We're all back, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Robbie, thanks for showing us that. Tell us about that so we could see it. That's pretty
everything.
disturbing. Yeah.
I don't. I understand satire, and a lot of people in the comments are saying that it's just satire, and there might be people out there that like this channel, and if you do, I'm not saying not to like it. I'm saying that the thing that were done in that channel, whether it's satire or not, it's one of the things that when you're in public, you have to be responsible, and this is promoting fucking idiots in public, whether it's satire or not, to someone, may not be for someone else. People are actually going to go around doing this, and that's what bothers me.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I mean, these actions are exactly vaping banned. You're acting like an arrogant fucking cunt. That's what happens. This is exactly what happens. This is why things get banned for us.
So you don't mean necessarily him. You mean the people that he's satirizing.
Well, yeah. I mean, and the problem is, and like I said before, it's a fine between satire and be impressionable on people. And I think that there's enough people there who are going to be who are going to be inclined to make his actions because they think it's funny, and it's not.
Do you think that any of this, like, the way they're portraying the vape scene is warranted at all? Like, I don't think it is, but I mean, do you think, like, I know at these vape meets a lot of times, they have stuff that people don't agree with, and, the juices that are using copyrighted logos, and, like, the people blowing clouds in, like, vape meets and you can't even see.
Yeah, and for sure. Sorry, I'm distracted by the comments because I understand no one can hear me, so I apologize. I tried switching my mic. Like, I don't know what else to do, but
it's better than it was, man. It's way better than it was. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, we're 4 people on this video chat right now. The 5th just left, but in terms of who he's satirizing, I don't really see who he's satirizing here among anyone in public face of vaping, honestly. That the behavior that he's satirizing, I don't know what he's supposed to be, honestly. I don't see vapors as, throwing up hand signs necessarily and walking around saying, I want to blow the biggest cloud,
You'd be surprised.
What
Look at all comments now in any video. They all have those hand signs right now, and they have this keyboard like key type patterns that represents it.
Yeah.
I think he's kind of doing what everybody else. Like there's a lot of people that make fun of vapors that don't get it. You know what I mean? Especially if they never did smoke. Everything that he's doing is kind of how a lot of people perceive us anyway. And
Bingo.
I know people in my personal life that they make fun of me sometimes by acting the way he was acting in that video. So is that what he's trying to do? Is he making fun of us? You know what I mean?
Well, he
I
is.
think-
I don't know where that perception comes from.
I think it's ignorant.
I mean, I
I think a
don't
lot
follow
of
the
it is
video,
ignorant.
or I don't follow the channel, so I don't know if he's even, really a vapor or what.
No,
So it
I
comes
don't.
from getting views, and it's YouTube. That's what people do. You get views, and I understand that, but just look at the view count. He has over 5 million views and that 2.3 million subs. Obviously, people want to see it. Whether they want to or not is a different story, but people are to watch it, and it's where it comes from. People want to, and they want to grow their channels. And I can't say I'm against that, but at the same time, it's one of those things where you gotta. It's hard to put perception on things when working from one side and he may not from the same side.
Yeah.
We're here trying to defend vaping. He's there, capitalizing it, which that's what it is.
I think we also need to try to change the perception of like what we are. I think P. Bastardo makes like a really good point about changing little things that are fun sometimes, but maybe wait till after this regulations and all this stuff happens, because the way we are seen in things like this and in the media and everything else is the most important thing right now.
Yeah.
Where public votes are going to go and stuff like that.
I agree.
When they're saying things like that and they walk in front of ABC News, that just comes up as a red flag for me, and I wonder. That's where conspiracy theories start rolling off in my head. Like, what's that about?
Yeah.
Yeah, like who's this guy associated with?
Yeah, like what?
Like
is this
it did almost look like he recognized the guy like recognized him almost, like he was taking a picture like haha it's funny, because I feel like if it wasn't like someone they knew or something, they would have just disregarded him and not even acknowledged the fact that he was there.
Exactly. Like, who is this guy? Someone call security, get him away from the window, or trying to film the news here.
Or just ignored him completely.
Yeah. There's something sketchy there, man. Right now, I'm like Googling like who owns H3H3, H3H3 ABC. I want to. That's
like what's his name and where is he from?
I say fuck that guy.
Because it's interesting that you said that, because I remember someone in a vape group said that, like, you think that these vape groups are just vapors. A lot of times, even in those groups, there could be potential people that are in there that are up to no good.
Yeah.
You never know how far these things reach.
It's a good point.
Yeah. It just irks me. Anyway, it's 11:22. I think it's time we start closing out the show for the night. You guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I hate to leave it on such a negative note. It's such a sad note. But that just left a bad taste in my mouth. Anyway.
Well, let's leave it on positive. You weren't here. The FAA thing's dead. That's good.
It is good.
That is good.
And there's that other one that was going on today too. What was that? It wasn't. I've read conflicting reports. I'm not sure. It was the bill with changing the grandfather date, and some people thought it passed, some people thought it didn't. I'm not sure.
Hmm.
It was at HR 2058, but it might have been another bill. I don't know. I briefly heard about it in my busy travels for the day. I could
I'm
be
so
completely
curious
fucking wrong.
what's gonna happen with that. Like how that's gonna happen, but. Hmm.
Well, we're not going to win the war tonight, guys.
Nah.
Yeah.
No, but I think we will.
I think we will too, Hank. I think we
Pull it all nighter.
I think we will.
I'm gonna go throw these microphones in the garbage and just fuck stuff.
Robbie, can you plug in your other one really quick so people can hear what we were laughing at you about?
Yeah, one sec.
Awesome.
It's not that bad. It just sounds like he's stuttering.
That's not that bad. You weren't here earlier.
No, I wasn't.
No.
It was like a robot voice.
Like last week? Last week was pretty bad.
This was worse. Whenever he would move, it would make a sound. It was the weirdest shit ever.
Dude, I totally hate YouTube. I hate computers. I hate microphones especially. I feel your pain, Rob.
Technical difficulties. We're blessed with them around here. Things need to rise above. I thought I was doing great, and then I froze. So, you never know. Who's manning the chat tonight? Who's got a wrench?
There's a bunch of people that have had wrenches.
Well, are they sleeping on the job today? What's going on?
I haven't been paying much attention. Is it needed?
Oh, yeah.
Who's being a dick? Call him out by name.
We got people asking for it. Just look for the caps locks.
John Vape. D. Paul Claire, dude, go fuck yourself.
Seriously. What the hell? I think that guy's been hanging out with the guy from H3H3 too much.
He's just a little bitch. Good work, Nigel. I tried, but I clicked the wrong thing and I was off in a different window.
Hey, Robbie, you all set up there?
Slippery fucker.
No, we're just not getting any audio. Oh, well. Probably for the best.
Robbie, just wave. Goodbye, guys.
Bye, guys. And with that, we'll close it out. You guys all have a good night.
See you next
Thanks
week.
for coming out. Thanks for watching Project Fog, hanging out with us all. We had a great time, and hope you did too. Good night.
What the fuck was that?